I'm recording it like I'm recording a podcast way too early. I will do Kratos, and you can do Darth Maul. Let's do it.
Is it Kratos and not Kratos? I said called him Kratos once before.
Yeah, let's do Kratos. Right, so round two, not round two at all. The second part of the semi-finals. Christ, get it right, Jesus. Second part of the semi-finals. Kratos, or as he's lesser known in the PS4 world, Kratos, versus Darth Maul. So Kratos took the win against Wonder Woman last week. I think that we did that. I think pretty much an absolute stalemate all the way through to the last moment of where they're both on their knees. And that one other weapon, when all they've got to do is look at each other, that's all they can, the only energy they can muster. Kratos happened to have Medusa's gaze, and it just, that's it, she's stone. And Darth Maul pretty much just anally destroyed the Joker.
Yeah, he turned him into a clown kebab.
Yeah, I think that was maybe a little bit of a wasted spot. Like, you know, when like a kid gets a place in a swimming competition because their dad's the head teacher, something like that. Like, that was the Joker with you, but we let it happen. I
chose it because they were both villains at the top of their game. You know, that's why I chose it, and that's what we're gonna have to do with this thing. Like,
that's fair enough.
I'd like to know how, like, you know, the weakest people would die against the hardest people. You know, it's quite fun to talk about. But Darth Maul's got his double lightsaber. He's good with the Force. He's acrobatic. He can do his mind probing as well, which I think is going to come into play a lot here, and the shadow tactician as well.
Yeah, I'm not sure that last point's going to come too much in use against this. I think this is very much like you're drunk on a night out and some big-ass dude is getting in your face. You have not got time to plan for it. No. The superhuman strength with Kratos and his agility and acrobatics to match pretty much anything Darth Maul can do. The Blades of Chaos, I'm loving thinking about how that's going to match up against a double lightsaber. Again, Medusa's gauge and the control of the elements are going to come into this. Do you know what? This is the matchup that I've been excited for most since we decided the previous rounds before it. When I realised that we were going to be doing this one, this is going to be close, and not in just a punch for punch way as when Kratos was against Wonder Woman. Ability wise, this is actually really interesting.
It is, because I think you can throw swords on chains as much as you like at Darth Maul, but all he's going to do is windmill those fucking lightsabers, and
exactly.
They're gone.
He's going to hold his right bumper. He's going to do his star card ability that he gets straight from a loot box, and he's just going to fucking, like you say, windmill him away. Will you stop vaping? How many times? We're going to put you against Darth Maul. Darth Maul versus against Darth Vapor.
Let's have a vote. What would you prefer to hear? Me choking on a vape or James choking on my dick? Which one would you like to hear?
We were keeping this PC so it could stand alone, Al. Jesus. Right. So
Push me.
I reckon that first face-off is going to be the Blades of Chaos, the swords on chains flying around everywhere, and Darth Maul just...
Hey, Red Man, suck on my blades, and he throws them towards him, and then he just goes, they're gone, and he's just like, oh.
Pretty much.
That's how you're going to do that.
And I reckon they would be coming straight back at him with the Force, which he dodged, but I reckon that will put him on the back foot of, oh, Jesus Christ, this guy ain't pussying around. I reckon he's going to charge straight in and... go in for a couple of punches, but again, Darth Maul going to be doing his Liam Neeson moments of just, you ain't getting me, mate. I'm faster, I'm more acrobatic. I think he's more nimble. I think Kratos he's acrobatic, and he's got amazing agility when he wants to jump like the Hulk, or when he wants to scale mountains. Yeah. But I think Darth Maul's more nimble. I think he'd be in and out of those attacks.
I think once Kratos loses those blades, I think that's it. That's game over. I mean, he can lunge at Darth Maul as much as he likes. He's just going to get cut in half.
Yeah, I still don't think he's going to get cut in half. I think he's quick enough for that. And I mean, you could try chopping him in half. He's gonna take some cutting even with a lightsaber. Just being godly. That's the one thing. Instead of being chopped in half like Qui-Gon Jinn, he just it's a little bit more. I think he's definitely going to get a chance to put his other abilities to test. Did Darth Maul have lightning?
No, but he used the Force quite easily, didn't he?
Mm.
He's very good with the Force, very strong. And that's what I think. That's the only thing I think he could just push Kratos over, jump on him, skewer him, and just keep doing that. He could keep doing that. I don't think Kratos could get near him. No matter how fast he is, he just keep getting knocked on his ass. And then, of course, you've got the mind probing, which I mentioned earlier in this. Once he gets inside Kratos' mind, you know, he's got like emotions and feelings just like everyone else, and he just claw at them.
I think that there definitely would be a moment of where he's on his knees, sort of like screaming in his own head, and the only way to get out of that would just be to just go mental. And I think that's the point where you'd see that Kratos with his lightning and the fire and the wind and all the element stuff. I think there would be a biblical moment with that, because Darth Maul would put him in a bad place, because Kratos has gone through some shit, like some real shit. Like, and he's going to go for even worse in the next game, because his son's going to die. You know that's going to happen.
Well, that's it. I mean, once you've got loved ones, that's it. You've got a weakness with anyone. So if you go into someone's head, probe them, and make them think that they've killed their own wife or kid or anything like that, I don't know much about the games, but you know, if they can make him feel like it's their fault and that's it, he's just going to give up. He's not going to want to fight. And whilst he's cowering on the floor, I think Darth Maul just takes his head off. It doesn't matter. Like, that lightsaber could take his head off, I reckon.
Yeah, I reckon it's going to end quite similar to the Joker.
You think it's going to? Okay, he's going to get a probe of a different kind.
Yeah, I reckon so. I was thinking that maybe Kratos was just too powerful, like just raw power, until, like you said, those chains are just going to be cut like straight away.
Well, think of all the beasts and the horrible, massive things that you see in Star Wars, you know, and there's tournaments where they take on these beasts, and you see it so many times that Jedis and Siths, that they're trained to take on things like this.
So's Kratos, though. I mean, every God of War game is him jumping on beasts from hell and back that could eat anything. They could eat a rancor for breakfast, like a bowl of Cheerios. Like, they could pour 150 of them in a big stewing bowl and just put some milk in them, and he'll eat them. Kratos has taken stuff like that down with nothing more than a quick time event and bashing square. But like, I just don't think, when you put it back down to that one-on-one, I think Darth Maul's too quick, and that lightsaber, he's got too much over him.
He has, and I you know, I'm so gutted we didn't see any more of Darth Maul in these movies, like, because I would have loved to have seen what else he could have done. Because right now we're speculating, you know. I mean, you see what's canon, was canon in the cartoons and the comic books and stuff. But from what we've seen, I think it's going to be a good fight. It'll be entertaining, but Darth Maul to take the victory over a mind. You keep throwing him more with the Force, the odd stabby stab with the lightsaber to make him feel a little bit more uncomfortable. And then once he's weak and slowed down, he'd get into his mind, he'd make him cry like a girl, and then chop his head off.
Would the Medusa's gaze come into this at all? That's the one thing we haven't. I don't even think it would work on him. I really don't.
No, I don't think so, because, you know, he works with the Force. Like, Siths are way more powerful than Jedis, you know, and they're trained to keep their minds clear and things like that. I don't think it'd. No. I think he'd poke his eyes out before that happened anyway.
Yeah, lightsaber, one to his left eye, turn it around, one to the other, and then just off with the head.
Yeah.
Rolls along the floor, tongue hanging out, and then fatality.
And then Darth Maul cuts a nice slice of arm off to take for his lunch. And
yeah, and now it's got R-rated, so now we have to wrap it up. Well done, Al. Anyway, Darth Maul going through to the final.
That's quite unanimous. That was quite good. That was.
Yeah, I reckon we got that right. But if you disagree, make sure you let us know, whether it's in the comments or on Facebook, Twitter, wherever you sort of like do usually interact with us. And make sure you give us a like and a subscribe. And see you in the final, which is coming up next week. So it'll be Darth Maul.
Yeah.
And turn us off now if you haven't watched the episode before this. But it's going to be Darth Maul versus Agent Venom. That's going to be one hell of a face-off.
I'd say so, yeah.
See you next week, guys.
Yeah. Peace out.